Alright. Dark side of the planet, not the moon. Haha. That might be one of the lakes. We're looking for like 2 lakes and then a center area. Kind of like that right there, but that's not it. Oh wait, that is it. Because the center water there is going up. And we're on this rightmost lake. Here we go. Geronimo! .6 miles away. Heck yeah. Being a lot better at just dropping right in on the base when I find out which landmass it is. Ignore the earlier attempt. Alright, so now we just want to get the water that's here. We're just doing a water run right now. I get to be the water boy. So we'll just put this right here, and we'll eat while we're here. And we can actually kill the engines here because there's turrets nearby, so we won't have to worry about getting attacked by drones. So let's main base, and where is the eat me refrigerator? There it is. Okay, grab that, and actually need to put some food in my refrigerator so I don't starve like bloops. Dang Parasaurus, get out of here! Yeah, everyone needs power. That's right. Give me all your water. We really should add more water generators here, but I'm really not in the mood to sit and craft and make more water generators to put here. Besides, what would I be able to complain about next time I was here? Getting water. Alright, good. Halfway. Oh, power. Water is very important for oxygen tanks and for making, more importantly, fusion cells. The largest power source known to man. And with just some water, some promethium ore, and some iron ingots or metal, you can have all this goodness too. All these fusion cells. Man, I actually did a pretty good estimate on the amount of fusion cells I was going to need over my stack that I got right there. And I actually still have one more planet to go to grab some water from. And that is Gondola. Oh, look at that. We've managed to get, what, box C and D, and E needs to update here. I don't think we have a box full. Are we already at 3? No way. F to E. Oh, wow. We already have 3 cargo boxes full of water. And we're going into the 4th box now. Woo woo! Good news is when you do a big epic water run like this, then you don't really have to worry about, oh, the door didn't shut because there is no door on there anymore. It got shot off. Stupid drones. Stupid Xerax drone. That's what he was shooting at when I was trying to get back in my ship. He was blowing off my back door. God, these people are so rude. Alright. I don't think I need anything from the Brimahan base while I'm here. And I didn't bring anything to drop off, so we're just going to, what do we got here? We have some Promethium, but it's small. 2 Promethium, yeah, we'll just bounce. Alright, yeah, we're just gonna bounce. As soon as I turn my thrusters back on. Woo! Alright, so we're gonna bounce over to Gondola and get the last batch of water, and then hopefully the Avenger will be fully repaired. One can hope. One can hope. We're just gonna go straight up, like a boss. Alright, I think we're still cruising without the auto brake on, so that's perfect. Alright, let's look at Gondola, lock on, and find the white arrow. You need more Pentaxid to be able to warp. No problem, Bob. I have Pentaxid right there for you. I kind of wish there was a bigger tank for the small vessels, but you just got to keep refilling it every couple jumps. It's not too big of a deal. Alright, there's Gondola, and the secret tip for Gondola is looking for the sign that looks like a big green X. That's what we're looking for. I don't see my X marks the spot, so we're going to have to pick a direction. Do we go left, or do we go right? Let's go right. Unless someone in Twitch wants to have me go a different way. It's like a choose your own adventure book. To have Ekzim go right, to turn to page 88. To have him turn left, to go to page 54. And if you're too young to know about choose your own adventure books, you are missing out. Missing out. Oh, not too bad. Level with the horizon. There's the equator. I generally try to put bases on the equator because they get the best solar energy. So it just makes the most... Oh, there's our plus. Look at that, we picked the right way! Woo! There's my X symbol right there. That didn't take long at all. Now, had we gone left, we would have been here for like 5 minutes. Alright, let's get pointed here in the right direction so we can just drop right down in there on that X marks the spot. Of course, from this angle, it looks kind of like a weird plus sign. Or like a gingerbread man who got ran over. Poor guy. What happened to Finn? He must be back in the bedroom chilling. Alright, let's get the auto brake on. And there's my winter base area right down there. And that's where we're headed. Love dropping down, and I'm only like half a mile away. That's just awesome. Man, I don't really hang out here. There was a point in time where I was exploring and getting out from the main base, and I was like, I'm making Gondola my new base. And I designed it. It looks really great on the inside. And then I'm hardly ever here because the space station is just a much better institution or base setting. I mean, you really can't pass up free solar energy because the sun in space is there 24/7. Kind of a no-brainer. Alright, we'll kill the engines And did I need more oxygen? Oh, looks like I need a little bit more oxygen. Let's fill that up a little bit. We want to have all the oxygen. There we go. It makes me feel a little better. There's oxygen on this planet, plenty, so we don't have to worry about anything for my suit. And I have plenty of water generators here. So here we go. This is actually the spot that has the most water generators. So if you ever just need water generators en masse, and you don't want to have to go all over the universe to go get your water containers, your one-stop shop is Gondola. And I just went nuts over here with collecting as much, or putting as many water generators in as I could. And ideally, this is what I should do over at Inda, because that's the planet that's right outside the space station. And it would make the most sense, because that's literally the place where fusion cells are being produced 100% all the time. So we'll just, yeah. I should fix that. But for now, things are the way they are. Oh, we're about to be done with box F. Boom, box F. On to box G. Am I going to have enough containers on my ship to make this run? I almost want to say, like, find out next time, but we're still going. That's great fun. Will Ekzim's capital vessel ever get repaired? Yes, it will. Man, I love the fact that I did like a double row of these here. It didn't start out this way. I added them in a little later. Peaches and I are like totally obsessed with always making fusion cells. For good reason, that we're the two with the biggest capital ships on the server right now. So it kind of makes sense. And we're also the two most active players on the server, so that probably makes even more sense. Not so much just about the vessel, just the amount of playtime that we have accrued here so far. Oh man, we just finished up box G. Man, we still have a few more of these to go. But another reason why I go through a lot of fusion cells is because I do a lot of the resource gathering. Oh, my blueprint is done for the for Boom Boom, so he's ready to get put down now too. Great. All right, box H has some ore in it right now, but we're just gonna have to mix things up. Can't have separation. Although Offspring would sing a little differently. Oh my goodness. Let's go. How can you build medium armor? You can't build medium armor. The tech tree will allow you to make light armor, so you can craft light armor, but you can only get medium and heavy armor from raiding points of interest. Again, the alien places will definitely make sure you get some. So it sounds like, Quake, that you're going to be gearing up to run in some of those nasty places. Bring a multi-tool if you have one so you can see the invisible spawners and you'll be okay. Alright, so we just ended up grabbing all the water out of there, and now we can turn our jetpack on and head back up and go. Actually, not that I have a lot of cargo space, but I have a lot of auto miners here. So we're going to take a look and see what we have. So I have some neodymium deposits on this planet. I never went through and picked out the size of things on here though, so maybe in the next couple of days or so, you're now trying to rape the damn scorpions. Yeah, Their hitboxes suck, but I wish you the best. And one of the best tips I can give you if you're in those points of interest, Quake, is when you take your multi-tool out, let me just hop out here real fast. When you hold a multi-tool in your hands and you put your reticule over a block, see how in the corner it tells you what the block is? Like this one here says steel block small and how many hit points it has. When you raid those points of interest, 2 tips for you. Anything under 100 hit points is meant for you to blow up. Shoot it with your gun, bring explosives with you. It's typically a grate or something that will lead into like a ventilation shaft, and it can be a shortcut in most cases, or help you kind of get around a little better than the big corridors that might have spawners or turrets ready to shoot your face off. So I walk around with a multi-turret. When the bad guys come out, I kill them with weapons, and then I switch back to the multi-turret. But the number 2 tip, and probably the most important, is the way that the game mechanics are. There's 2 different ways monsters spawn in installations like this. The first one is the obvious one. They put down a design on the floor, and the design on the floor is probably like a 2x2 little colored thing on the ground. Usually it's purple, and those purple ones, when you move over with the multi-turret, it'll tell you, it'll say like spawner, and those are what brings in those skinny black things that are named horrors or nightmares, and those guys suck. Sniper rifle is your friend for those. You can plink them away from large distance. Assault rifle, shoot them in the head. That's their weak spot, and that's the obvious spawners. The scorpions don't have a visible spawning little gizmo, a little spawn pad. They don't show those to you. If you have your multi-tool though, and you move it around in the room, typically up on the ceiling, a lot of the times, although they can be in the floor. When you're moving your, like if you're like, man, there's scorpions in this room, and there's like 3 or 4, or even just 1 or 2, there's a spawner nearby. And what you're going to look for is you're going to take your multi-tool and you're going to like look up at the ceiling. And I say ceiling because that's the first place I start looking, and then I might check the floor and the walls. But you'll move your reticule up, check the bottom right hand corner to see what the block name is. If you ever see NPC thin spawn plate or NPC spawn plate, that is what is bringing the scorpions into that room. Okay, it's NPC spawn plate, and it might say like NPC thin spawn plate, but it's a block, and it's designed to be camouflaged to whatever is by it. So it's a secret block, but your multi-tool will tattle on it and tell you that it's there. Just take out your assault rifle or whatever gun you're using and shoot it to death. It won't take long. They only have like 25 hit points. You will blow it up, and it'll make a little explosion noise when you do it. Once you do that, you will not have any more scorpions in that room. Now, the first time we went and raided a POI, we didn't know this. And we would get in, and we would keep on going, and we would die somewhere. And then we would run back in. And we would trip the spawn from the thin plate, and we would deal with scorpions all over again before we even could get to our pack, which was further up. And it sucked so bad for like 3 or 4 of us that were trying to actually make progress in a POI. That's why they respawn over and over, yes. So as you clear through, as you clear a room, don't leave that room until you wave all around with your reticule and you make sure that there is no spawn plate. Tip number 3 with the multi-tool is on the floor. There are trap door blocks. You can actually make them yourself. They're designed that when you step on them, the block just disappears and you fall straight down. If you're fast enough and you're a ninja, I've done it once or twice, but most of the time my ass has fallen through the hole. You can slam your jetpack on and you can get off of there before you fall through the floor. But more often than not, you're going straight down. The multi-tool will tell you it's a trap door block. So there's these weird areas that kind of look like tunnels when you start getting down, like alien tunnels. There is always freaking trap doors in those. And that's not the only place where they are, but you will find them there, 100% guaranteed. So yeah, after you shoot the bad guys in a room, get the multi-tool out, look around, make sure you take out any trapdoor blocks. I just shoot them. That way I know that they're there and I don't accidentally fall in them, and take out those thin spawn plates. Once you do that, going through a raiding point, a point of interest, will be so much easier for you, because you won't have to keep dealing with crap if you die. You can just die, run back to your stuff, and continue on. Yep. Thank you very much. Welcome back. It's a link, exactly. So yeah, anything under like 100 hit points on a block is suspicious. That's how I look at it. I think anything that's under 100 hit points, definitely 50, like doors, grates, that stuff's meant to get blown up. And you can make explosives, or you can just use your bullets. Up to you on how you want to roll. I was using explosives earlier because I just like throwing the explosive pack on the door and hearing the little beep, 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 and then it goes boom. So if you got the resources, you don't mind packing 5 per slot in your inventory, explosives are actually kind of cool. And I used all mine earlier, so I don't have any in my inventory right now. But yeah, it's just cool to run around with explosives. I get to think of like Counter-Strike days with setting up the bomb if you're the terrorist. Alright, I need to get off this planet. Let's go. We're gonna go make it back to the space station at this point. And we'll just fill up our crystals here. Take off our auto brake, and away we go. Alright, I really hope that my capital vessel is done with the repair. It should be, because I've been kind of missing having it around. And we got beat up so bad earlier. We managed to be victorious against the Xerax cruiser that we ran into, but I would rather not fight that fight again. Especially because there's really no reward for doing it, and when you have to then spend an hour and a half repairing your capital vessel, and I had very little thrusters left. I mean, it was just nuts. It was not fun. And then I had to take all my hover vessels apart because it wouldn't let me repair in space with things docked in my ship. So I didn't realize that would happen, but it did. So now I know. So it kind of adds a little bit more weight into... It's filled with loot inside if the boxes didn't get blown up. It glitched and we couldn't actually get into the ship. I think it's because we kept having to bump it to slow it down. It's still out there, I'm sure. I might go check on it because I need to go find my small vessel anyway. So once I get... once we get situated here, I might cruise back out there. Ideally, you should configure the turrets to shoot turrets and mounted turrets, then you shoot the engines or the core. Okay. That would explain a little bit there as to why the thing outmatched me. Because I know my turrets were set to do everything. Because I looked at that a little bit into it. Hey, I think we don't have a repair going on right now because I don't see my big box around my vessel. Ah, yeah. Whoops. Oh my goodness, let's get those brakes on, people. Woo! Don't look at the screen! Alright. Where did, oh, we're looking at the bottom. Okay, I'm cool with that. We're just gonna slide right over here and park on the top. Any way to save a base that I have modified adding stuff? Yeah, so you can save a blueprint, and you can also save repair templates on things. So if you want to save a blueprint, what you're going to need to do is while you're looking at it, you can do Alt-O. and that's just Alt plus O like this. And I'll show you here real quick. If you just do Alt O, you'll get the menu here for blueprints, and you'll just do Save As. So I can click Save As and type in what you want to save it as. If it's like a newer version of something you're working on, I typically will use numbers at the end. You'll see that here with like Boom Boom Prototype 2, Boom Boom Prototype 3, and then just save it, and then you can always just put it back into the factory. If you're talking about like not using the factory and you just want to use like to repair things, like what I just had to do. So if we come down here and you look at repair bay, so your vessels, you're definitely going to want to save repair templates. So you can just drive them onto a repair bay like this block right here, and you go to a console and you initiate a repair. And when you do that, let me get inside here so I can show you what that goes off of. When you're looking at your P menu, so here's the vessel, and you'll see down here in the bottom left hand corner you have the button to save a template. So I would recommend that if you make changes to your vessels, I actually had saved this luckily a day ago after I got done doing all the signal logic in here with the lights. I went ahead and saved the template, and since I got this whole thing shot up earlier today, all I had to do was just drive it onto the pad and tell the console to repair my ship, feed in the ingredients, and it repaired everything, every block that was missing, and everything in here is now 100% for hit point value. Everything's healed up and where it should be. So now I get to, I had actually taken all the oxygen out of here on purpose, and I really shouldn't be using the oxygen from my little ship, but it'll be okay. Where did I put my oxygen box? There it is. Yay, 100%. Okay. Got to use up some of my oxygen that I had stored up. It's always a good thing. Oh man. Can't believe the fight I had earlier today. That was nuts. Alright, let's get my fuel tank for my warp filled back up. Alright, you got it? You good to go, Quake? Awesome. Oh, jetpack! And I need to turn my gravity generator back on because this is nuts. And, oh, hey, there it is. Yay, everything is back. Huh. Not everything is repaired 100%. We're going to have to go make sure I have, well, that means I learned something new. I was thinking that when I had something set to repair from template, it would repair everything. But I guess it didn't repair hit points. But that's okay. We can run repair on the blocks too. Alright, repair blocks. So this is going to be, I need a lot of iron. Okay, I have lots of iron. Let's do this. Let's, ooh, I want to actually get that while I'm here in the space station. I want to put all that copper into my furnace input. Why do we have this stuff here? That's weird. Oh, you know what? I meant to put that in the deconstructor. Okay, so that goes there. Deconstructor for these, and we'll turn all that on. Furnace and deconstructor. And we needed what? Like 3 stacks of iron ingots. I definitely have 3 stacks of iron ingots. Let me leave that one on player. Alright, so let's get my iron. 1, 2, 3.
Well, it's a good thing I was about to head off for the night.
What do you mean it's a good thing you're about to head off for the night?
Because my game lagged a bit, and I accidentally hit abort production right after starting my blueprint. So I went from my reduced time of half an hour back to the overall total production time 2.5 hours.
What? It didn't give you back your materials?
I guess not, because the only thing I can think of for how I went from half an hour to 2.5 hours was that I aborted and restarted.
Wow, okay.
So I guess if you aborted, it just sort of gives you back all of the raw materials, but not in like block form.
So my ship got repaired with the template, but apparently when you repair your template, it doesn't also repair the blocks. So I had a lot of damaged stuff. So it's 2,400 iron ingots, and I don't even know how much time to finish the thing, because it doesn't have a timer on here. It just says repair in progress, and it's 95%. But that's okay. We're gonna go check on the furnace stuff and get that all straightened out.
Alright, I will see you later.
Good night. Alright, let's put this into my ship for the input materials. Oh, we can't fit everything. I really don't need some of this probably get rid of some of that pentaxid, but I should break it too. That's okay. I got boxes for steel plates, and I have boxes for safety. And I'll just leave these in here for next time. Alright. Mount Doom is going away here. Aw, yeah. Pimping out, smelting all my ore that I dropped in here, and away it goes. They also got all this iron down here. And this Iristrum. And that actually can smelt everything but 3. That'll fully smelt. Not too bad. I'm gonna go look at the repair console again. Repair blocks, hit points, and replace missing blocks for different tasks, and never interrupt the replacing missing blocks halfway or it'll bug out and never complete. Good to know. I never knew about the bugging out part. But normally when I put something in there for repairing the template, I leave it alone too. Like I don't, like once it starts, I'm like, cool. I'm just gonna let it do its job. This is still at 95%. I wonder, wait a minute. Repair in progress. Oh, it's draining it. It's not, even though it's not telling me how long it's going to take, at least I can see the progress over here with how much iron's being used. Okay, I can deal with that. So it's doing like 2246. 113 iron a tick. 1,000, let's see here. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. So like every 4 or 5 seconds, I'm getting a drop. Let's see, 2,200. If it's 100 pop, 220 times 5. So we're probably like 20 minutes away from being repaired. Okay. Alright, 20 minutes or so. And I don't think, let's check my, Beast is done and Boom Boom's done. And I don't know what happened to my third, I don't know what happened to my, you know what, let's go look. We're going to drop off some of this water container stuff while I'm sitting right here. Let's see here. Can I see my ship? Yes, I can. And we can see this one. So I like to keep some water on hand. So we'll just move some water over box 5 and box 6. I think it's really important that you try to keep backup ingredients on your capital vessel, as evidenced earlier today, having to make a bunch of thrusters because mine got shot off. Because otherwise it just would have been sitting in space lost. Not really lost, but I don't know with our small vessels if we might have been able to warp back and come back with some supplies, maybe, possibly. But it's kind of scary to think about it. If you end up going on a warp that only a capital vessel can do and you get stranded on the other side, what are you going to do then, right? So I might have to take a look at the star chart and figure out where I might want to make an impromptu base in case something bad happens. You're not just screwed. Need some backup places. Alright, so yeah, that was 2 boxes of water there. And let's see, we can go ahead and check on input 1, 2, and 3. We need all the water we can get in here. This is what makes our promethium, or not promethium, but our fuel cells. And we need a lot more promethium in there. I need to get like a row of promethium in here, actually. But I'm working on that. It will happen. Oh, cool. I got to combine that stack. There you go. Alright, so let's just put, that's another stack almost. Okay. And I think I have some water boxes set up in the station. Wow, I don't. Doesn't look like I do. Suits, boost, spoiled food. Alright, 7 has some stuff in it. What about 8? Okay, 8's not taken, so we're going to rename 8 to water. D, E. Alright, 8. And 9? Yeah, 9 already has water in it. Look at that. Alright, 8 and 9. And maybe even 10. Can I get 10? Okay, either that already has water in it or it didn't update. It might be slow. Okay. Oh, take care, Issyling. Dang, man. So 8 through 11 are already full. And I don't see a box 54. You know, we're just going to take box 54. It's out of order on the list anyway. Man, did I get a lot of water. Whoop. Box 54 and box 60. G and H. Wow. Okay, 54, 60, and this one that's labeled as 6. Alright, I just need to, the easiest thing for me to do right now is take a picture of this. Because the way that the drop-down list in this game shows your chests, or cargo boxes, doesn't match up with the P menu. So it makes it really, it's just a headache. I can't really describe any other way to say this other than it's just a headache. So we're going to Oh my god, so many things are ungrouped. That's going to drive me bonkers. I'm going to have to talk to Momo about grouping her shit when she's working on her floor. Alright. I'm looking for, oh yeah, containers. So here we are. And let's see here. We said, was it 8, 9, and 10? I believe so. And it was with question marks. Alright, so 8 is water. We'll just say water 1. Water 1. Water 2. Box 10 and 11. Somewhere in this list. Water 4. Water 3. And then we also commandeered box 54 and 60. So there's 5 and 6. Box 54 is really, let's just say box 13. That's water 5. That's 54. And 60 is box 14. And it's water 6. So now, when we look at this drop-down list over here, you'll see that we are now looking at, it goes 10, 11, then we have 13 and 14, water 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one here, box 48, oxygen, is just a little out of place. We'll just rename it. And that's box 48, oxygen, is really box 12. At one point in time I might fix that so it just doesn't have to break in there and just have a bunch of boxes for water. Alright, how are we looking over here? We got less than 1,000 iron to go for our repair, and we'll be all set. Go ahead and eat some food. Kitchen food. Alright, the furnace is probably done. And we can move our ore over. And I like this kind of split that I get. So copper is definitely one of the ores that we're getting from the smelting. Let's just check furnace input, and yes, the 10 furnaces doesn't take very long to do its job, and it splits everything into multiple boxes just so it doesn't clog up the works and stop production. Makes it a little bit more annoying to deal with containers, but once you kind of get used to it, it's not so bad. Alright, so we got a lot of iron. And we just took some iron out for our repair. So it's good to know that we've already got our box back up to being full. And let's check on our earstrum supply. Needed a little bit of that. And that's it. Earstrum and iron are completely full, so we'll donate the rest to the space station. So let's check, it's earstrum box 4 that we're working on. Oops, that was safety up. And then we also have iron. I don't really know offhand, real quick, like how much iron we have. Apparently we have more than one box, which is great. Alright, let's check iron 3. So we must have iron 2 is the one we're working on. Yeah, there we go. So we'll just put all the iron in there. And so now we just got to worry about sathium and silicon. So we'll check my ship first. Sathium and silicon. Oh, wow, okay. We're full up on silicon. Ta-da! So all that ore just got sorted just that quickly. I wonder how my crops are doing that I planted in here. I don't see any fruit on them just yet. But they are growing. They're not dead. So that's a good sign. It always takes a long time for the new crops to come in. It's not like when it's already planted and grown up, because you can just harvest it and a little bit later, 30-40 minutes, come by and do it again. Oh, my repair. It must be done, because I can just walk up there now. Did that just get done? No, wait a minute, what's it doing? Ship has no damaged blocks. So, oh, I must have loaded up more iron than it needed. That's right. So, hey, not bad. Now, everything is fully repaired on my ship. I am very happy that that is all done now. And I think I already parked my small vessel on the top of it. We are going to go look at the section of the alien planet where we got our face rolled. And I'm going to make that change to my weapons to target other turrets first. Because that just makes the most sense. And, yeah. Let's get some power on. Look, you finally get to have power again. Yay! And we'll turn our oxygen on. Lights are where they should be. Turrets and weapons are on switches as lights. So yay, we're back in business. Capital vessel, fully repaired. Yay! This is great! I'm gonna admit I felt just a little lost not having my big ass ship to fly around. Cause it's just nice. Like, it's base of operations. You take it where you need to go, and then you just launch your small vessel off of there, or your hover vessel, or whatever it is you're working on. Whatever it is you're working off of. Alright. Before we head out, we're going to get everything back in here that we had placed over on the space station. Mainly the refrigerator materials. I had to dump off an entire refrigerator of meat burgers so they wouldn't go bad. I want all those meat burgers back. So let's just jump in the fridge here, and kitchen main food. We're don't really need all. I think I put them in like fridge 2, some of them anyway. Come on, refrigerators, help me out here. Where you at? Yeah, so here we go. All this, and I had been producing fruit juice. There's my emergency rations I keep just in case crap goes horribly south. And yeah, I actually had more meat burgers than this in here. But let me jump back to fridge. Did I put stuff in fridge 3? I did. And also fridge 4. Okay. So main food. I probably don't need to fill this out. In fact, I'm gonna just, because it's usually just me, so I'll leave this here in the space station. There should be more people eating out of this refrigerator than the refrigerator in my ship, so I'll be nice and I'll leave this in there. I am gonna take some of this fruit juice though, and not just leave all that behind, and they can keep these things right there. Now my raw materials, I'm gonna go ahead and get the wheat and the vegetables out of there, and I don't really care about some of the other things, although it's useful for like medication. There's some more wheat and vegetables. I'll leave them a couple stacks of these just in case they might need some of that. And I need to go ahead and replant my greenhouse, my farms, because I had to take them all back up so they wouldn't die due to the power being off for my long repair. And I already lost one farm, which luckily farm A and B are the super small farms, and C is the super duper big farm. And the one that got the windows knocked out and had all the plants die was one of the smaller farms. I think it might have been like A. So A took a hit. Okay. My sprouts are all in a box. So we'll get my sprouts out, get those planted, and then we'll pretty much be recovered once we spawn in the beast. And boom boom. And you'll see that I already got my backup sprouts ready to roll. 76 wheat and 50 pumpkins. And I'll tell you what, we're just going to take them and put them over here on this bar. And we'll have to make sure that we have 50 pumpkins. And oh wow, we already have more than enough wheat backed up. So we need to make 6 more pumpkin sprouts in order to make sure that we have a backup of pumpkin supply. So let's just double check the ingredients list for that. I want to say it is nutrient solution, vegetables, and purified water. So that's not bad. The nutrient solution kind of sucks. Stone dust, purified water, and spoiled food. So stone dust, purified water, and spoiled food. We have plenty of spoiled food because we spoiled a couple refrigerators. Did I put it in? Sometimes I have a spoiled food box, and other times I don't. But we did move some here, so we'll just take some of those out. So yeah, we have 100 spoiled food. Actually, let's put that in our raw materials fridge for now. And we'll just make them out of this refrigerator in the meantime. We'll keep 15 behind. And we have plenty of water, and now we just need the stone dust, which we can get from here. Actually, there's some ready to go, but we'll move over a stack of crushed stone just to have it here and ready to go. And it's just a matter of getting some vegetables. So let's look at the space station here. Kitchen fridge one. And yeah, not a whole lot of veggies, so we'll just pay some back. But I kind of want to get some veggies. I kind of want to get my backups rolling. Alright, sprout time. Raw meat and processed food. So pumpkins. What did I say I needed to make? 6? No, I forgot. We gotta take a look. Oh yeah, there's all the spoiled food. I knew I put it somewhere. Need to look at my sprouts box. Yeah, I need 6 more, so that won't be an issue. Pumpkins, sprouts, we'll make 6. Do the AI bases regenerate? The alien ones don't. Once you do those, they're done. Pretty sure. The faction ones do come back though, like Polaris and Polaris, Talon, and Xerax. They all come back, but the alien ones do not. So like the abandoned factory, the abandoned mine, once you run those, they don't come back. Now the alien unknown helix thingies or whatever that you have those loot boxes at the very top, those do come back. The loot definitely comes back, I know that much. I never tried to tear it down. Alright, we'll get the planting and then we'll turn that food processor off. So let's go here and we'll just put pumpkins everywhere. I have not seen them come back, period. Like, never. I can go check our starter planet, though, for you, Quake, if you don't mind hanging on just a moment for me to replan all this. And we can go fly over one, but I'm fairly certain they don't come back. But yeah, I'm kind of interested to see if they maybe do, because that was eons ago on here. It felt like. So if they do, then there might be a timer involved. But I actually ripped a bunch of those POIs. I took every single block out of them. The very first one I took out, I only had a multi-tool on me to do it with. Yeah, yeah, Xerax comes back. I know that because we were trying to actually eliminate Xerax out of our map. Like, we wanted to kill everybody and take over the entire planet, and no one would do anything. You know, we would own it all. And then we found out that they come back. So I know the faction ones come back. And the alien one, I took like 2.5 hours with a multi-tool, and I took apart all 15 height of that building. It was 15 blocks tall, and I don't even know how wide out that pit was, but chances are we're going to go back to the starter planet and take a look. But I want to say it does not come back. But the good news is there's more of them on the planet, and there's more on other planets, so it kind of encourages you to explore and find them. But you know, when you go through there and you find the core and you take the time to take every single block out of there, because you know you took all that time to fight the good fight, blow up the core, you know, you might as well get every single thing out of there you possibly can. Plus, when you take stuff apart, you learn where all the hidden boxes are, all those nice loot crates. Yeah, every time you once you run one, like once you run the abandoned mine, every future abandoned mine's the same thing. Spawners are all in the same spot. Turrets are in the same spot. Everything's in the same spot. Now that's weird. How do I have two? I don't have 2 more wheat sprouts. What just happened there? I planted 50. And I'm pretty sure I had the number of wheat that I needed. Alright. Oh. That's what happened. How the hell? Never had that happen before. It counted me planting wheat on top of the wheat. That's definitely not going to grow. We're not trying to repair the wheat. We're trying to... Oh, so that's 1. Okay, did I do that somewhere else where I planted wheat on top of wheat? Oh, yep, I did, right over here. That's why I was too short, because I was like, wait a minute, I know there's 126 crop plots in here. I'm trying to plant wheat on top of wheat. Exim, you crazy! Can't grow plants on top of plants. Like, talk about maximizing your farm. I plant wheat on top of wheat. That's how I get so many burgers. Alright. So, 76 wheat, 50 pumpkins. In fact, my, we can get that right out of the fridge now. Oh, it made 2. I forgot that it does that. Well, that's cool. Bonus. Extra pumpkins. Okay, cool. And, we'll go turn our food processor off. And we'll take a trip real quick, Quake. We'll go see if, any of my alien POIs came back. Because you got me curious now. I want to say they don't come back. But I'm like 99.5% sure, and I want to be 100% sure before I give you information, you know. So I don't want to give anyone any bad information on my stream. But I'm fairly certain they don't come back. Oh, and let's go find out. I do not need to go upstairs. Alright, let's see. Oh, my engines are on right now? Okay, well, we're just burning fuel. Whatevers. And, yeah, okay. And I'm pretty sure my small vessel's on the top. Oh, that's hilarious. Alright, let's get in here. Oh, yes, say goodbye to being on the repair pad. You're now 100% whole again. How's it feel to be back in action after you've just been repaired? And before we do anything, we're going to make sure that the weapons... I know that we're going to have to make some more ammo. But, let's see here. Turrets. Alright. Select a device. Sub-targeting. Okay. All these are bad. That's okay. Select a device. Thrust turret. There we go. Turret and mounted weapon. We are gonna go make sure that we don't focus on thrusters, generators, or warp drive. So we're gonna kill out box 1, 4, and 5 on every one of these. So the next time I get into combat with a vessel of a cruiser type, I don't get my ass handed to me again. We will work on their guns first, and then I will manually come in here and tell it to go for everything else, like thrusters next. But right now, I really wish what they would do in here, instead of just giving you checkboxes, is give me like numbers, like assign a priority. Priority number 1, guns and shit that will mess my ship up first. Then 2, I would say give me the ability to go after somebody's thrusters and warp drive. And then let me worry about generators. So that would be, I would prefer like a drop down box here, like, or for each one. Assign a priority instead of just yes or no to attacking something. And I don't have to worry about changing multi-turret because that's just for tearing stuff apart. Okay, and all my stuff should be set for weapons. Cool. Alright, so I'm definitely feeling a little better now. I feel that next time I get in a big dogfight in space with a heavily armored and gunned out Xerox cruiser, that I'm not going to end up with half my ship limping along in space. Alright, let's go back to Brimahan so we can check on the alien stuff here for Quake. And we do have auto brake turned off now. Perfect. Alright, here we go. Alright, I don't remember offhand where the closest alien POI is, but I figure we can just drop down in here on the planet, and we'll find one. Yeah, I know there's a respawn time for stuff to come back, but we've only ever noticed it with the faction ones, not the alien abandoned stuff. So if it's not back, then it's 100%. It does not come back at all. So we will know here very soon. Very soon. All right. I know that when we drop down in here, we're not going to be too far from our base.